pick my nose and eat it.
What are we better off not knowing about? Everything. So ignorance is bliss, I think. Well, you're better off not knowing anything about me. You'll hate me.
Yeah, go on.
You'll only hate me. You don't want to know anything.
Right, okay. I gave you mine, so that's 1-0. Bogies.
Beans on toast.
Bogies. Bogies on toast.
Bogies on beans on toast. These beans got a bogey.
Fuck man, that's a great question. Oh man.
When did I last throw up?
I can't remember when the last time I threw
It was
up.
a couple of years ago. It was before my son was born, but and I can tell you exactly what I drank. Drinking too much.
I haven't thrown up for over 10 years, so I can't remember. I would love to stroke a mink.
Dolphin. Don't know.
Because they look, they look so.
They look friendly. I think they're nice and friendly animals, aren't they? And they're sweet, and they're clever, supposedly.
Never stolen anything.
I'm trying to think if I've ever stolen anything.
It goes against all my everything I stand for. I'm just totally scared of getting caught.
I don't think I've ever stolen anything with.
Didn't you steal that painting in Norway, the Scream, the Munch thing, and sell it? I'm kidding.
Yeah. That sounds like something I'd do. Yeah, so I think probably sweets when I was younger, actually, but not anything big scale.
Bastard.
In Britain, Big Brother's still. I don't know if it's going here still, but Big Brother's still going in Britain, and it's. I mean, it has to stop because it's.
He's watched it.
No, I haven't watched it for like about 4 years now. But it was interesting the first time around because nobody knew what was going on, and it was like quite. Oh wow, this is a bunch of people in the house that are being watched constantly. But now everyone knows they're being watched, and everyone's like, at it, and it's just like, I find it incredibly dull. I have to stop reading newspapers for like 4 months of the year, and I find that annoying. I just find it sort of tiresome that I can't switch on the television naturally, or I can't read a newspaper without having this thing thrust in my face.
Strong words. I didn't like. I like the city, but I had a bad time. I think we've been to Philadelphia a couple of times.
Yeah.
And then we did this in-store in Philadelphia, and everyone just talked. We were playing. They were there to see the band, but they wouldn't listen, and I get really pissed off when I'm like, "This is not logical. Why are you here? Just go outside. If you don't want to sit, just." So that left a bad taste in my mouth. Philly. But then we've had good gigs in Philly as well.
Good times,
we've had great times.
Electric Factory.
The best of times.
They were the best of times, they were the worst of times.
Don't put that on any Philly website or else we'll get cheesesteaks thrown at us every night. I quite like Henrik Larsson. He's a great player. He was brilliant in Celtic. I'm not a massive football fan, but I definitely gladly get down and lick his boots.
I like Peter Crouch because he looks like a physical impossibility. It's like the fact that even he's running, you're like, how the hell is he doing that? 'Cause he's so tall, and he was a really good player. He is a really good player. So I like him just because it looks like he shouldn't be able to play football at all, and he's actually really good.
Yeah, every time I see him in a football match, I expect the camera just to sort of go, and then there'll be a high jump thing, and he sort of goes over the back of it. I mean, I had a massive crush on Madonna when I was a kid. I mean, it was huge. It's kind of worryingly. I just thought she was amazing. I wouldn't do that with anyone.
No, it's not worth it.
Because we've got kids. As soon as you bring kids into it, it's like there's no. You should have asked us that a few years ago. Like, well, there's there, and there's this, and there's that, and oh, don't even start me.
just
French people and onions, probably.
You don't know about your prejudices. I'm trying to think.
Scottish people and haggises.
Yeah.
And then that's the kind of question that you'd get crucified for if you were completely honest. It's just not something that's worth answering at this part, but we're trying to
build bridges, not knock them down.
Yeah.
We were talking about it earlier on about like the pressures that are put on people to be green, and I think it's important. But I think the trouble is that the pressure's put on people, and it's the governments and the rich people that should be doing the things about it. You know, I mean, you know, they go, oh, you should be driving like battery operated cars. Well, give us a cheap battery operated car, and I'll drive it. You know what I mean? You know, and people will drive it, but people aren't given options. You know, it's like all this pressure put on people all the time. You must save the planet. You must save the planet.
Easy. He's cool. It's just
he said radical.
That's all right. Okay. Just getting up, standing up, grabbing the duck. See what I mean?
Yeah. But no, it's just, you know, there's so much pressure is put on people to save the planet, where all these big companies are fucking it up anyway. You know what I mean? It's like I think they should be pulling away.
Yes, I completely concur.